What's up, you guys? Back with another video. I wanted to talk about confidence. Um, so when I was younger, like, I don't know, I guess when I was like from maybe like 7 to maybe 13 or something like that, or 12, I was like not confident. I was I don't know, I wanted to prove myself to other people and be cool and fit in with my friends and all that kind of stuff. And then when I was like 13, my life just like really changed, and I went hardcore after God, and I started to see everything just spiritually rather than physically. Like, of course I saw things physically, but my eyes were open to the spiritual much more. And I spoke truths to myself like every day for a long time. And I just got super confident. And it just totally went away. My thoughts about what other people thought about me, whatever. Like, because I found myself in God and wasn't concerned about what other people thought about me at all. Yeah, and then since then until like 22 and a half, maybe? Yeah, probably 22 and a half years old, I was like just like so confident, and like and that's not bragging, that's just like honest, like, and being confident, like, that's not even, that's a, that's from a humble place. Like, I just know I'm really confident. And when I was like 21, I was like extremely confident. And extreme confidence doesn't equal arrogance. Like, I was just so confident in God and everything I believed and all that. It's like nothing could bring me down. So I don't know, things got weird recently, and I was like, 13 years old to like 22. That's like 10 years of just being super confident, you know? I just found myself in God and in the truths of God. And then, it was like a year ago, I just had these questions about God and Christianity that like came up in my life because I was preaching a ton of super radical stuff, which is what Christianity is. It's super insane. Like, honestly, Christianity says that God created the entire universe, and when you give your life to him, he lives inside of you. And there were a couple of turning points, like a couple of points that made me like start questioning things. But I would hear myself say that to people, that God created everything and he lives inside of you. And I was like, okay, bro, like, is this the reality of my life? And I was like, if this is true, then whoever gives their life to God, your life should look so different from everyone else. And God is a spiritual being, so like spiritual things should just like happen because you know him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he lives in you. And it's insane to hear myself say that right now also, because it's just so crazy. It's a really, really insane claim. And so I was just like, I spent some time thinking about it. I was like, okay, so like when I've shared the gospel in the past, like, I only believe in sharing the gospel if your life has been changed by the gospel. And for me, I was like, okay, has my life totally changed to the point where I'm just like so convicted, like my life has changed and I'm just gonna share God with other people because of how my life has been changed? And I don't really know, like, it's like my life didn't, it wasn't where I wanted it to be, where I was seeing like all this incredible stuff and having an incredible relationship with God, to where I could have total conviction to tell someone, dude, God is going to absolutely change your life. Like, you can know him super deeply and you can be totally changed and whatever. Like, and I need that conviction to be able to share the gospel with people, because I can't be like go to a church, whatever, and they tell you God is real, give your life to him, you give your life to him, and then they tell you, okay, now you are to go out and tell other people so they can be saved as well. And it's like, bro, I would never want to go to a church and give my life to God and have nothing change for me. And then you're going out and telling people that their lives will be totally different if they give their lives to God, because you don't even have the proof for yourself in your own life. So like, I only share with people based on how my life has changed, and to the extent that my life is incredible through God, that's the extent that I share with other people, because I don't have like the conviction to back it up if it hasn't happened in my own life. So anyways, let's see. I went through, I was having those questions just about God, and then it started like all these other questions about God and about reality, and there's these little things like, I have personally like encountered God, what I believe to be God, and like felt things physically in my body, like the Spirit of God, and seen things like physical healings like in front of me and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, I'm not concerned about any of that, you know, like I want to know God super deeply, super intimately. And so that was one of the things I was like, okay, like, God, I want to know you like so deeply. And I felt like it was difficult to get to him and have that intimate connection that I was looking for. And so I was like, okay, like, how do I reach him? How do I get to him? And so while all this was going on, I was in this period of like questioning all those truths that I believed, and kind of still have been in it, questioning all those truths that I believe, about God. And it's like, I still believe in all of those things, but it's like I want God to like show me he's real in just this incredible intimate way, that I can know for sure. Because if I have that absolute like conviction that he's real, then I can share it with people for the rest of my life, you know? But I still believe all those things, but it's like, all those truths that I believe don't have this super strong foundation right now. And so anyways, when I was having all those questions, I started to see like, that like super confidence that I had, it would just like, it wasn't like extremely confident anymore, because these questions came up and it like messed with the foundation of these truths. And so I just saw it like just going away a little bit, like I guess like in interactions with people, it's like before I was like, okay, I know what I'm here to do. Like in this interaction, I'm gonna love this person, and I know exactly who I am, you know? But then all those questions like have those beliefs and that strong foundation kind of on hold. And so for the first time in like forever, in like 10 years, this past year, I've been like, it's been weird because I'm not used to not being extremely confident in all the things I believe in. So, anyways, that is to say that confidence, I've lived in just like incredible confidence, and it comes from, you got to spend time knowing what you believe in and let it settle in. Like I was saying in the last video, like you have to spend time alone. If you believe in God, you got to spend time alone with God and let him totally change you And I promise you, it'll make you totally rock solid. That's the place where I was. Like, okay, even if God isn't real, I lived in a place where I was just, like, totally confident. Like, it all came from in here and in here. Like, it's all internal. You're not relying on anything external. Because I lived in a place where I wasn't worried about anything that would happen to me. Because I knew that I was God's. And, like, if I die, I'm going to be with him. And I'm his. So basically, if you want to be super confident, this will bleed over into any situation you're in. You have to know who you are, and you can't you can't base yourself on like tricks to like look more confident or appear more confident, whatever. Like, it's gonna fall through. Like, you want it to be real. So you have to spend a lot of time unpacking who you are and what you believe, and like condensing it into this like framework in your mind. You have to like settle and like solidify everything that you believe, because otherwise, like, I've experienced it like in interactions with other people when I was going through that super confident time. Like, there was nothing that anyone could do to me to like mess with me, you know? Because I knew who I was. Yeah, but yeah, in like recently, like in the past year, it's been weird, because it's like I'm just, I don't know, I'm different, because I'm different without being completely solid about those beliefs, obviously. And it's like I spend all my time like trying to figure out the truth about life. And I feel like I've gotten closer to settling on some different things. And of course, if you're a Christian, whatever, like you have to question all these big things. Like, you can't just listen to what everyone says and listen to people saying and quoting things just like from the Bible even, because you have to step outside of all of it and question all of it. And I don't know, it'll either take you away from God or it'll make your faith incredibly stronger, you know? So, I'm just like a super, genuine person, obviously, like everyone, trying to figure out what's really, really true. But yeah, it's, confidence, you gotta find it in the spiritual, or, you know, just something deeper. And it'll just bleed through into absolutely everything if you find that true confidence. Because I found it in God and knowing what I'm doing here and like what I was created for. And yeah, in every situation I went through, it was like, okay, I'm loved by God. There's nothing horrible that can happen to me. The worst thing that happens to me is I die, and then I be with him. So that's just incredible. And then in every interaction, I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm loved by God, and my purpose is to love other people. And I'm not trying to get anything from anybody. And that's another huge thing that makes up confidence. Like, when you're just selfless and you're loving other people, you're focused on them, and you're not even thinking about how they're looking at you or anything like that, or how they're perceiving you. Like, in some sense you are, to be able to love them, but that's just such a genuine place, and no one can take away that confidence if you're not there in whatever interaction for you. If you're there for them and for loving other people, then there's nothing anyone can do. Like, you're not there for you in the social interaction. So that can be a huge thing in building confidence. So yeah, I spend all of my energy trying to understand God and the universe so that I can be extremely confident. But life isn't perfect, you know, and you're not going to be confident all the time. So, I mean, I was confident, like, vast majority of the time when I was super solid in all these beliefs. But, you know, life isn't perfect. And yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm in this phase of, like, figuring things out, and figuring out what to base my total confidence in. I do believe it's God, and the spiritual is obviously real, because it just is. Like, something deeper than the physical is absolutely real. And I just, yeah, I think I do believe that God is the truth. And I saw the most joy and love ever in my life when I based my life on Him. And I was just, I mean, totally happy. Like, so happy in life. Like 2 years ago, something like that. And before that too. And even like a year and a half ago. And right now, I'm super happy. But I'm just always looking for, you know, something more. And but anyways, I guess I kind of wanted to talk about that and how yeah, I don't know, I think there's, like, value in placing confidence in what you've done in your life. And people talk about, like, what you've built and whatever, and what you've been through, things like that, and placing confidence in what you've done, whatever. And that's great, and I think that's cool. But I think you're gonna find, like, an incredible type of confidence, an incredible amount of confidence, if you base it on something on the spiritual. And I believe that it comes from relationship with God. And I think you'll just find this type of confidence that you've never seen in your life before when you base it off of the strongest foundation ever, which is like a philosophical foundation. When you spend time thinking about the deeper meaning of life, and you go, okay, why am I here? What am I doing? You know, like, what is the absolute purpose? And then you base yourself off of the truth that you found. Like, no one can take that from you. No one can shake that confidence. And I don't know, I think it, like, yeah, it's just an incredible type. And, like, I've been there. It's incredible. And yeah, I think it could just be helpful, to build your confidence not on the physical, but something deeper. Yeah, anyways, I hope that helps someone, my kind of, like, journey with that, and my thoughts on that. So have an amazing day, y'all, or night.